All right.
Right.
So,
Always good.
right now, I mean, you're not getting a whole lot of information. I mean, there's a bunch of people who are detecting as magical. It's not all the older people. Sometimes it's younger people. Um, but I mean, for the most part, you don't know who these people are. So,
Does any of those people look like they might be Ryuto from the description?
sure, there's a lot of good-looking male Shou people here.
Dressed in a mix
Not
of
really.
Western and Eastern clothes?
Narrows it down to a few, about half the number of what it was before.
Just a moment. Let me go back and see what else is
Any of them seem Kazakuran?
fashionable.
She doesn't know the difference.
Fashionable.
I'd say we just make small talk, and I would go under the guys that I work in I work in security. I work with locks
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. Hey, at least I know what I'm talking about, so to speak. So if someone wants to get technical,
Yeah, you got a pretty
I'm
good.
visiting.
That. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh God, my worst start. I've only got a 13 to beat, so no.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope, Lafdul's going with it.
Yep.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh boy.
Now.
Oh god.
Let's see.
Um.
Let me see
yeah.
what your charisma score is.
15.
15. Oh, that's pretty good. Good
Plus
reaction
3
adjustment.
reaction.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So Leva, at about the same time that your detect magic spell wears off, the Mashtas and Ockar arrive. Higgimus, you were also taken into the servants and guards area.
Okay.
There are no other Giff there.
I feel superior.
Braxon, in the time between you getting there and Higgimus showing up, did you want to do anything? I mean, like, what did you want to do?
He wants to take some food to give him something to be doing with his hands.
Okay.
And hang around listening to people.
Okay. Mostly there's gossip. Some people talking about, personal things with their family and friends. A lot of stuff down in Lowtown and Shoutown. There's some conversations in a language that you don't know.
Yeah.
But nothing. You don't hear anything that strikes you as being relevant to what you're doing. Nothing about the Mashtas or anything like that.
Yeah.
Anything about Ryoto as well?
Nothing that you've heard.
Yeah, that's basically he's gonna go around and listen near everyone. But not actually push things, not at this moment anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. What is your charisma reaction adjustment?
Oh.
Just 0. Okay. All right.
At least it's not negative.
All right. Ockar, you arrive with the Mashtas. You see basically what I described for Lafdul and Leva. There's a bunch of people, lots of people milling about, chatting.
I'm sure he has his holy symbol quite visible because he's
No,
coming as a
don't
paladin.
Don't assume. It's up to him.
I have it around my neck, almost like a necklace. Yes.
Yeah. You are, as a paladin, you are kind of there. The explanation given is that, Homiko's marriage is coming up soon, so you're kind of, let's see how to actually say this. It's not strictly that you're there to like protect her honor, so to speak, but the explanation given is that Homiko and Jundo have decided that they kind of want a mixture of a Eastern and Western marriage ceremony.
Oh God.
So they've kind of called on the Tyrian Church to do the services.
Of course, sure.
Oh dear.
So that's kind of what you're there for. You know,
Yeah,
and
sure.
it's a way for your a member of your order to get into high society and be known and stuff like that. So.
Okay, I'll go along with it.
All right, so you're kind of there as a sort of a family friend as opposed to, I'm here to protect her honor kind of thing.
Gotcha. So,
So Nobleone, on the way over, Nobleone will tell you quietly that he's going to be, he has to make some, business arrangements with other nobles here, and he's kind of expecting you to stay with Homiko.
yeah, I'll stick around with Homiko while he does that.
Okay. Now Etsuki also came along, and they decided to leave Taisuke back at the house. Normally he would come along, but because Higgimus came, they left him back. Etsuki's going to be in the room. I probably should have mentioned that there would also be ladies' maids there. Some of the guards and servants are hitting on the ladies' maids and stuff like that.
Of course they are.
Yeah. All right, so Nobleone leaves you, Ockar, and Homiko, and Homiko basically almost ignores you and starts looking for her friends.
I'm gonna stick around with her.
Okay. Now, you've got a 17 charisma, so you're definitely catching the eyes of a number of the young ladies at the party.
I give them a bit of a wave as I stick to my work.
Okay. Homiko does find her friends, and they're kind of chatting.
Keep an eye on her. She's in her drab right now. Drab mode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on Homiko.
All right.
And make note as soon as it changes.
All right. Higgimus and Braxon, while you're... Are you two, like, kind of pretending that you don't know each other, or are you...
Yeah, Braxon will stay away from Higgimus
Okay.
because we can probably pick up more stuff if we're on other sides of the rooms.
Okay. During this time, there have been people coming in, very few leaving, and generally when they leave, they come back shortly after. Looks like they were, called away by their employers. But some people arrive. All humans so far, until about 15 minutes afterwards, a human and a Korobokuru show up, and they're kind of keeping to themselves. Oriental dwarf.
Is it the same Oriental dwarf that Higgimus would recognize?
No, it is not. You do not recognize this one, Higgimus.
Alright. I will smooze and peruse, be a little social butterfly amongst all the guards people, and, tell stories and kind of go around talking and introduce myself to everybody.
Alright.
What rank you? What rank you? What rank you?
Yeah.
You don't have a rank. Next.
I don't know. Would that... I assume since he has... Higgimus is the one with the etiquette, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So I don't think he'd be doing it that way, but...
And also, Higgimus' charisma is not bad at all.
What is your charisma?
14.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad. That's a plus to your reaction, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Mine's plus
Oh.
3, so it's plus 2.
Oh, I forgot it
Yeah,
started
mine's
that
plus two.
low.
And so yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a charismatic monster.
You're not a monster.
I am actually a monster.
Yeah, technically.
Legally, he is a monster.
Legally.
Legally.
All right. So, Lafdul and Leva, you do see Homiko and Ockar show up. They're you see them come into a room, and Homiko kind of goes straight for her friends.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
me
Are you
following
guys gonna
behind.
keep your distance?
I'm going
Leva's,
to keep my distance, but it's up to you what you do with yours.
Leva drifts close to Ockar and sort of whispers to him, "Is she still the same?"
I
Meaning
nod.
drab and bad-tempered.
You can see
I
that.
nod.
You can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's visible. It's a very visible thing.
I raise my eyebrow and say, like, you don't notice? I don't say that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, so when are we gonna get to me and my scouting of the house?
I will tell you when we get to that.
All right.
We're doing this right now. I mean, you're off on alone, so it's, to a certain extent it can happen whenever.
He's with Tay and he's not alone.
He's alone.
Hey, you know
quite
what?
count in
I
that
keep
regard.
I keep good company with animals. Damn
Well,
it! I'm a
Leva
ranger.
tries to stay close to Homiko
Without
and without being
interacting
obvious.
with her?
Yeah, without being obvious about it. Just chatting with people, generally being friendly to everybody, and observing Homiko to see whether her mood changes.
Okay. All right. Well, since Yeldan did ask, I guess we will switch over to him.
Mm-hmm.
And while you guys are kind of schmoozing around at the ball. All right.
Like, get out time.
All right.
All right.
Yeldan, let me just bring you over to it. So, what do you want to do exactly?
Well, first of all, I want to see how nice does the house look. Does it look all one building? Is it?
Okay. So, well, are you gonna like just like pass by the front kind of thing?
Yeah. Pass by the front, pass by the sides, the back.
Okay. It's actually a small house, but it's on a yard with a wall around it. So it's a
Okay.
walled house. It has a walled yard essentially, which is
Expensive Shou building or
Uh,
Japanese.
yeah, it's pretty unusual
Or-
to have an actual yard. I mean, it's not a big yard by any stretch, but it's an isolated house, not connected to other buildings, with a walled enclosure. The wall itself is 6 feet high. You can see that the house itself is 2 floors. It's 2 stories. And on the second floor, on the front, so there's a gate out this way. And you can also see that there's a balcony on the second floor that looks over the street, kind of thing. Not overhangs, but someone on the balcony could easily watch anyone walking on the street and everything like that. It's dark. The house is dark as far as you can tell, but you can't see the first floor.
So there's no activity on the second floor.
That you can see, no. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that you can see. It is in a pretty traditional Eastern style building, as far as you can see, over the wall. Now you've basically passed by and kind of looked at the building. What else do you want to do?
I'm gonna go around all the places. I'm gonna have Tayan with me. Well, when I pass by the entrance, I'm gonna see if have Tayan have a sniff around the entrance without being too obvious about it. I'm sure like he's on his own.
Yeah, you might
Following
want
me
to
or
kind of like,
something.
leave him to it, sort of, so to speak. Let him
Yeah,
do it rather
that's
than
basically.
like
I'm gonna
stand
just
next
let
to him
him
kind of thing.
let him do his own things, go around the perimeter of the house, and I'm gonna look for unusual tracks around the house.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's actually stone paved here, so there are no tracks that you can see.
Is there like a back entrance or anything?
There's just a wall over here, but there is another entrance back here. There is another gate.
Is that paved too?
Yeah, it is.
All right, fair enough.
And there's nothing else. There's no other way in. The other buildings tend to, they butt up right against the wall, kind of thing.
Oh, once Tane's done whatever he's doing, I guess I'll pick him back up and go back to the
Mashta.
other place where we're gonna meet up after the ball.
Okay. All right, that's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, there's nothing really else I can do because I'm not gonna try to sneak in the damn house. I'm
All right.
not that kind of person.
That works. All right, back to the ball. Okay. So about 20 minutes after Ockar and Homiko arrived, there's a little bit of a not a disturbance per se, but you can see some. It's a little bit out of ordinary for what you've seen so far for being here. It seems like there are some women kind of clustering around a new person who's come in. You can't really get a good look at him, but he's clearly moving towards Homiko and Ockar.
All right.
I'm gonna try to see if I can see who this person is that's coming towards us, if possible.
You can't really. Homiko and her two friends seem to be kind of ignoring it.
Well, Leva is not ignoring it. She sees this group of what is it? A group of women around this man.
Yep.
And she thinks that she can join them.
Oh.
Obviously, they must see something special, and she's curious and playing at being a sycophant. Why not?
You might be able to ask who it is.
Well, that too. But first, I want to be part of that group of women.
All right, so you're gonna try to attack.
Never have fun.
So you're gonna try to ask one of the women in that group what's going on, perhaps, or something
Yes.
like that. Okay. One of them near the edge looks like she's an older woman, perhaps in her mid-40s. You'd guess. She turns to you, maybe a little bit annoyed at being, interrupted, but she says, "You don't know Ryuto? It's Ryuto."
Oh boy.
Oh, yes, I heard of him. Yes, I heard of him. Leva says, oh, okay. Famous retweet. Yes, I do know. Thank you very much for the information. I follow them. Or actually, I mingle with them and follow them to wherever they're going.
They are heading straight for Homiko.
And I observe this guy very closely.
All right. Well, you're still kind of on the periphery, so you can see the top of his head. He has dark hair. He's kind of. You can tell that he's like kind of half paying attention to the conversation with the women close by, and like absent-mindedly answering their questions. It's pretty clear where he's going, though.
Okay, so. No, I still follow them. How close are we to Ockar?
You're closing in. I mean, it's started out
I sort
30
of-
feet away and moving closer as much as you can with a large group of women.
Ockar,
Like that.
where are you looking?
I'm looking at this group of people.
So I give you a sign from the back, since I'm still somewhere in the back and a bit on the edge of the group.
Yeah, no, he can't really see you because you're shorter than pretty much all of them.
Okay, so I go with the group until we pass Ockar, at which point I sort of disengage and go to him and say, hey, whisper to him, this is Ryuto.
Okay, they're going straight for Homiko, and when they get to her, and Ockar's still standing close by, the man pretty clearly makes his way through the crowd. So you're kind of on the back edge, and there are more and more women between you and him as he's kind of shifting the shape of the crowd, just by his personality as he moves towards Homiko.
Does Lafdul see me?
Lafdul's keeping his distance. He wants to find somewhere a little bit higher up so he can look down upon them, sort of.
So if I give you
not
a
in a
sign,
condescending sense.
if I give you a sign, can you see me?
I know where you are. Probably.
Well, I
yeah,
wave.
But no, he can't really see you either.
Nobody can see me.
Well, I mean, unless you wanted to
Everyone can see
position
that.
yourself in such a way that you can see her.
Well, I certainly walk around the group to get to Ockar. And when I'm close enough to Ockar, I let him know that this is Ryuto.
Yeah, I think I had a pretty good idea of that, considering.
All right, if you want to get to Ockar, you'd basically have to call him away from Homiko.
I'm not leaving Homiko's side. I want to see what the heck this guy's gonna do.
That's why I assumed that. That's why I said I work my way around the group.
Okay. Yeah, it's the group is now kind of engulfing Homiko, her friends, and Ockar now, as they've now kind of become the center of this crowd.
All right. In this case, I try to work my way to the front. Since
Okay.
I'm small, but the exercise, the training, and everything we've done lately have made me
I got a
rather fit.
question.
So I sort of force
There
my
is a-
way through the group.
All right, hold on, Yeldan. Hold on. All right, Lafdul, you wanted to try to get higher. It looks like if you leave this large room, it's kind of a ballroom type thing. You might be able to find some stairs up there. There looks to be some balconies for the second floor overlooking this area. Do you want to go for that?
How many people are on the second floor, on the balconies?
It doesn't look like very many. They're not. It's not like a full balcony
So
around
it's
the
not
edge.
barren. There are people up there.
It looks like it. They're kind of small balconies, but it doesn't look like that's where the primary, entertainment is, so to speak.
Could I guess to myself to understand whether or not that would be off limits?
No, you're pretty sure it's not off limits.
All right, I go up there.
Okay. All right. You make your way up there. All right, Yeldan, you had a question?
Yes. I'm wondering, is there a spell to remove memory blocks and such?
There may be, but I'm pretty sure that no one has access to that.
I'm thinking I think modify memory can
Well,
bring up a
I don't think
memory
anyone
that's
has.
forgotten.
Certainly, no one's memorized it. So.
Not higher than third level, if so.
All right. So Lafdul, you make your way up to the second floor to one of the balconies. Leva, you're kind of like worming your way through, trying to get to the crowd, to the center of the crowd. Ockar, you are introduced to Ryuto as he, greets Homiko and her friends and looks at you and says, "Who is your friend?" Homiko introduces you.
I'm doing.
Has she changed yet?
Yeah, actually, Ockar, you're seeing a distinct change coming over her.
Has
now-
Higgimus told me the best way to greet, what is it, a Shou person or something?
He has
One of
told
these-
you a good way to greet wealthy people in general. So it may not be specifically the Shou way, but he would have told you that giving your name and a respectful head nod would have sufficed for someone of a different culture.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, my name is Ockar, Paladin of Tyr. It's nice to meet you. I say as I nod my head.
Okay. Now, Leva, you are not close enough to hear, so I'm actually going to ask everyone else except Ockar to put themselves on headphone mute
What?
for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was not expecting this today.
All right, Ockar, I need you to make a saving throw versus spell. You get a +2 bonus.
Is that on top of my normal +2 bonus, or
Well, no, this is just your regular +2 bonus.
okay? You want me to do it open?
Do a /GM roll.
I passed.
Okay. Yeah, you don't realize that anything has happened. So you won't be able to tell anyone else that anything has happened here. He kind of makes some small talk to you. Asking you a little bit about yourself. Homiko and her friends are very close to you, crowded around. And his words kind of seem a little bit droning. So I'm going to need you to make another saving throw.
Versus spell?
Yep.
Come on. Again!
Holy cow. All right.
I'm able to keep up with this, even though it's getting kind of boring.
Yeah, no, it is, you're keeping quite sharp, and despite, you think that it should be, it is boring, but it doesn't keep you to, it doesn't do anything to your mind. And with that, he kind of, decides to ignore you a little bit, and he starts talking to everyone else, and I'm going to bring everyone else back into voice chat. Now, don't tell anyone that you made the saving throws, all right?
I won't.
Thank you. All right, so I told everyone that they can come back.
Okay. I'll just tell him that I just had a nice conversation with him.
Yep.
Unfair.
It was just a nice little conversation, nothing much.
They are... You guys... Everyone else is really slow to come back.
Just being awkward.
Lafdul says we don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, and yet he did.
Well, I think that someone else did.
I guess I'll do the players.
Oh, you're gonna make my phone bleep at me. God damn it.
Okay.
Oh boy, that
All right,
must have been
so-
important.
Oh, Asher's on mute now. What?
Asher hasn't come back yet. All right, there we go.
No, his microphone's just muted, not his headset.
I'm back.
Yep, you're back now. All right. So while this conversation is going on, Ockar, Leva does get kind of close, but Homoko's two friends start talking to you now, Ockar.
Okay.
And I need you to make a wisdom check.
Ooh.
My wisdom is not that bad. My wisdom's a
Yeah, I know.
15.
It's just spellcasting stat at higher levels.
No, it isn't, because stats
I
don't
don't get.
modify
Right.
spellcasting for rangers and paladins.
Just give me a second.
It's still required as a paladin, though.
And I'd say get below.
Yes.
Oof. Fuck.
All right. Please don't.
Sorry.
I mean, you're
Yeah,
not even the one
yeah.
making the roll, even. All right. So, Homoko's friends, whose names I've temporarily forgotten. Me, Yushiko
Yushiko.
and
No, something.
yeah, Nizori. So
Nizori.
they're talking to you, and they're keeping you occupied. Just like each one is talking to you left and right. And Leva, you are right behind Ockar and Yushiko and Nizori.
Do I see how Ryuto looks like?
You don't see him, and you don't see Homoko.
Oh. I look around.
You're in the middle of a crowd of women, and you do not see Homoko or this man, Ryuto.
What are
Lafdul.
the women doing? What is the group of women doing?
Now they're all chatting with each other.
So they're not moving anymore?
Nope.
Hmm.
Lafdul, you get up to the balcony, and you look down. You can see Ockar. You can see Homoko's friends. You can see Leva, but you can't see Homoko and Ryuto in the crowd.
What?
I see.
God
How would I
damn
have lost sight of them?
invisibility.
I was looking at them.
But you left to go up to the balcony.
But wait,
Yeah, but
they
I'm
were,
still
they
looking
went
at them.
invisible. Oh,
No, but by the
crap.
time you got up there, you don't see them in the crowd anymore.
Okay.
Was
Gotta
Leva
be
totally
invisibility.
lost in the crowd, or was she always capable of seeing
Leva,
at
you
least the
might
top
wanna
of the
learn
head?
that.
You were capable of seeing the top of Ockar's head, and you were going towards that. And by the time you got to him, you did not see.
Well, actually, I
Homoko
was
and-
going towards Ryuto. When it became clear that it wasn't possible to get to Ockar, I was starting my way towards Ryuto.
Right, but they were together, and
Hmm.
I believe Ockar is taller than he is.
You
Yeah.
might want to alert me.
No, you
How am I
realized
going-
it now, Ockar, that you don't see them.
Well, shit.
Oh, Lafdul's going to be scanning. Does it look like the crowd's making way for something?
No, not really. The crowd seems,
I'm
Is
gonna.
there any open windows in this ballroom? Any windows that could be gone out?
no, but there is a door down on the bottom floor.
Can I
That's
cast
the main
Detect
door.
Magic?
You can cast Detect Magic, but everyone will know that you're casting a spell.
Oh, okay.
I'm.
Yeah, what about me? How many people can see me at the moment?
So,
Anyone who
Homiko's
looks
friends
up,
have not noticed that she's gone missing at all.
they're talking to you, and it's like, they keep one is talking to you, and then the other one is talking to you, and then the other one is talking to you, kind of thing.
I'm gonna say.
Do you say
no,
where's
Homiko's
Homiko?
gone missing. So is Ryuto. They're both gone. I say as I pointed out to them.
They look around and say, "Oh, she probably just went to the bathroom," and they start talking to you again
Yep.
about fairly inane things.
spell.
Leva
able to
decides to
influence-
just wait.
Okay.
She sort of thinks back through the stories we've been told, and she thinks, I bet you that's the same case as not having had dinner or actually afternoon tea with a man.
It could be that it's a straight up kidnapping.
Could be.
But we don't know what they were talking about, so. And we can't. And you're probably not allowed to tell us until you have an opportunity to.
Well, I'm gonna try to break away from the conversation and try to look for Homiko and the other guy if I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna excuse myself and attempt to search.
Her friends kind of seem to tag along with you, follow you, trying to talk to you. Lafdul, what are you doing?
I'm looking around. How many entrances is there to this ball everywhere?
Well, you remember from the floor below that there was a, the entranceway that you came in, which is basically right below you. And
Is that open?
Yeah, there's no doors there. And then there's a door on the far wall, which you don't know where it goes.
I don't know how weird it would leave before the ball's over. I don't know these things, sadly. In real life, either.
There
I have
only
no idea.
2 entrances that I can see.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
There's probably something down for the servers.
I mean, there are
down
definitely
but-
windows, but none of them are open.
Is that other entrance on the second floor, or is it first?
It's on the first floor.
So there's nothing on the second floor whatsoever.
No.
It's just a way to address people.
Or a way to look down on what's going on, yeah. I mean, the balcony doesn't, like, go all the way around the room kind of thing.
Question: Did Homiko actually wear any of the gifts?
Yes.
Probably
ones?
all of them. Yep.
Ah.
And now she's gone. Oh boy. Oh crap. Might be too late already.
You're not there.
I know. I should have stayed at the estate.
You didn't want to go. Your food was
What I
open.
meant is I should have stayed at his keep watching at his residence for him to return.
Can I ask Tayan to somehow
Too far
get,
away, I think.
It's a mile.
Can I ask Tayan to get Yeldan's attention?
No. He's far enough away that all you can do is you know his direction. That's it.
Okay. I work my way forward to where I last saw Ryuto. I didn't actually see Homiko, did I? I'm too small.
Right.
There's no scale on this map,
Yeah, I know.
sadly. And you didn't change it to miles, so it's like it says it's 100 feet, but I'm guessing that's like
yes,
probably
no, it's not
100
that.
miles.
No, it's not 100 miles. It's the island is
Apart?
only like mile and a half long or something like that, but it's too far. All right, so you Ockar is leaving the crowd. Leva,
Yeah.
you're pushing to where he was.
Yes.
All right.
Because I saw the two heads, not meet, but I saw the two heads get close to each other. Because as I'm so small, the only thing I could see was the top of the two heads.
Yeah.
And so I'm working my way towards where they were.
Yeah. Now, Ockar, you're, extricating yourself from the crowd. What are you going to do once you get out of the crowd?
I'm gonna look around and see if I spot any sign of the two.
You do not.
Well, first I'm gonna bring it up to her father that
He's not there.
Oh. Okay.
If I remember, he's in a different area of the house making business deals.
We don't know where
he's.
He's making business deals, but we don't know where he is.
Oh, is there any I guess suddenly, like in a flat, not in a flat, like in a split second kind of vanished, right?
You were distracted. You don't know exactly what happened.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think about the best way to go about this.
I know what I want to do, but I know it's a terrible idea. And I was thinking about doing it in hindsight.
Well, let me put it this way. Is it something that you would actually do?
It would be, but it's disastrously
But
bad.
is it something you would do? Is it something Lafdul would do? If it's something Lafdul would do it.
I know he's either gone invisible or teleported away. I was thinking about casting Fairy Fire on the entire area.
Oh my god.
This is something Lafdul would do.
Well, then do it.
Would he?
Then
but
do it.
Would he second guess himself though?
But keep in mind, you can only. There was actually some discussion in one of the comments, which led me to find a Sage Advice article about Fairy Fire. You can only affect one person per level.
What?
So, I mean, if you target...
You can only affect 4 people this level.
Yeah, but alright. Can I... If I target an area, what exactly does it... Does my spell have a magical effect?
The way it works is that it encompasses... you can affect square footage of area, i.e. square footage of a person.
No, what I mean is I want to... Say, for example, I wanted to cast it above the crowd.
But
Would
it doesn't work
show
that way
that I'm casting it then?
Right, but see, you cover surfaces with Fairy Fire. That's how it works. You cover surfaces, either the surfaces of creatures or the surfaces of a room or a building. So you don't cast it in the air. Or if you do, then it affects the people closest to it, or the surfaces closest to it, so to speak.
It could still work, Lafdul. It could still work, because if they are still there and haven't disappeared somewhere else, and we just don't see them anymore.
I still have to target...
Yeah, I mean, there's a good 40 people in this room. And you can only affect one person per level of your character.
Yeah, I can affect...
Can he decide? Does he have to actually aim
I'd
at
have
the
to
person?
see them. If I saw them a split second before they disappeared, then I know where they are. Because I haven't seen them disappear. I don't know. I would guess. And I'm not gonna guess. If I can.
Well, yeah, because panic.
Yeah, I'm not
hysteria.
Alright, he's gonna
I have that
wait around up the top and just looking around.
Okay.
There's a potion I have.
Do you have your equipment on you?
You probably
I
don't.
would at least have potions. What is
Have
it?
clairvoyance.
You wouldn't have it with you, I would think.
You would
I was
probably not.
thinking
You'd have
I could
to
use that to try to. Wasn't there a potion of detect thought?
Potion of ESP, yeah.
Yeah, the thought would be to try to use that to detect their thoughts and track them that way.
That'd be Ald's ruling to see if that would work or not.
And
That's the only plan I have.
And I would say that you would not have brought your potions with you.
Why wouldn't I have brought my potions with me? I'm having Higgimus hold my sword. I would think I'd carry my potions with me in case something went down.
Because you don't
it's
have...
like Lafdul. Lafdul had to hide his dagger. You would have said you would have tried to hidden a potion with you.
Right, you would have had to have told me that you're specifically bringing it with you. Because you're not in your armor, you're not in any of your normal clothing, you don't have your backpack with you. You may have a few small personal items. You know, I would be fine with that if you said, you know, I have a comb and I wanted to bring that kind of thing. But
how long is this ball gonna be?
You know, until midnight-ish kind of thing.
What time do you think I went there? If I went there near the start of the ball?
I mean, you said you were going back to the Mashta residence, so
yeah,
you have no
I'm thinking how impatient my
character.
I'm thinking about how impatient my character might be to see if he'll have another look.
You wouldn't. You would just wait into the conclusion.
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, you would have gone there at 8 to 9.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about what I can do in this situation because my options are very limited right now.
Just a question aside, did a dwarf turn up at the servants' part, or anything unusual happen there?
A human, a Shou human, and a dwarf did show up at the in the servants' quarters, but you guys don't know anything about that. Braxon and Higgimus do.
Mm-hmm.
Have they left?
Has there been any change where we are?
Nope.
So they haven't left.
What?
That's good news. That means he's planning on coming back.
But you know, I mean, you can't share that information between groups.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You happy when I get telepathy?
Do we know where this Ryoto guy lives?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's where Yeldan went. Yeldan and Tayan went there.
Yeah, that may be my only option right now because I can't think of any place they would be hiding here. Because that'd be stupid.
No, we don't know. We don't know the outcome of this.
How far into the ball are we at this moment?
It's now about 9:30 kind of thing.
Jesus, that's quite early still.
So Leva, as I said, Leva feels reminded of the non-event at the afternoon tea, where Etsy said that Etsky said that she saw a man and the two girls said no, and she doesn't quite believe it, but she decides to wait for a bit in the group of women.
Okay. And Lafdul, you are going to wait on the balcony, scanning the crowd kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm looking around.
Okay. And Ockar, what about you?
Oh. I honestly have no clue what to do right now.
All right, well, you can see that there's the entrance that you came in, which has no doorway. Goes, further into the building, and then there's a doorway on the opposite wall.
But I don't know if it's a teleportation thing or if it's just them turning invisible and going off somewhere.
He's levitating and invisible. That's all I can conclude, but I don't know that.
Levitate's not the same as fly.
You can levitate off this, though.
So there's two
You
doors.
can't fly,
there's
though.
one that
There's
leads
a bit of a
further in,
difference.
and then there's the other one.
Well, there's the entranceway that has no doors. That's where Lafdul went to go upstairs to get to the balcony, and that's how you came into this room. And then there's a door that's currently closed on the opposite wall. You don't know where it goes.
I think I'll try the one on the opposite wall.
Okay. That's where we're going to leave it here, on a little bit of a cliffhanger.
I knew it was
That's kind of why I wanted to get it, locked down what people were gonna do. It should be fun to see what happens next session.
I'm cursing myself for not staying around the house longer.
Levi is also talking to the women around to find out more about Ryuto. Like,
Okay.
what's his full name?
All right. You will get that information next time then.
Okay.
I've got a spell that does a similar effect to what's just happened. I've just not used it. I don't have to read it
Sanctuary?
as well. No. Music of the Spheres.
Braxon's casting a magic spell, which is making the food vanish.
Power word devour.
All right. So let's see. Everyone is going to get 50 experience points.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Sorry, another 30 sessions we might get left.
Oh, once we fight whatever Ryoto is.
We might lose
actually
levels.
When you actually conclude the adventure, that's when you get the bulk of the experience.
Yeah, if you're not dead.
If we're not dead,
You know,
yeah.
Yeah, kind of goes without saying. Anyway,
I kind of wish I pulled off that last check.
well, you know,
Yeah.
that's what happens with
Check
dice.
for-
It's great. I love it. All right. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed playing, and I hope everyone out there enjoyed watching. We'll see you guys next week.
Been fun. Thanks for the game.
Thanks for having us.